What's up guys, it's Brahamid here once again, this time not with a recap video but with a bit of a tutorial video, and it's the one I've been promising you for a while. It's me failing on a base and then King Wittox coming in with an awesome attack and cleaning it up. So first up we've got the base, and I've just slowed it down so I can take a bit of time to talk about what my plan was and where it went right and where it went wrong. So you can see, first thing about this base is it sucks. I mean, I don't like the walls. I particularly don't like that he's got those 4 lava walls and then he's got the pink walls as well, but really it's not a good base, not very strong. Strange design there with all his storages down the bottom, and he hasn't got a whole load of spots where there could be double giant bombs. In fact, the one I'm kind of zooming in on now near the mortar is probably the only one. Everywhere else was either a single giant bomb spot or I guess a Tesla was the other option. So with it being quite compact as well and not having many spots that could be spring traps, I thought it would be a good option to hog it. I think when you see a base like this that is compact, you should always be thinking about hogs. And you can see there's the Barbarian King altar and the storage next to him. So if I deploy from the top cannon there on the right, which you can see now, the hogs are going to go down and they're not going to cross that barrier. So you can already plan quite easily the direction the hogs are going to take. They're going to come down here next, meet up with the kill squad, and then probably go across to the expo and then into the left hand side of this base. So it's fairly easy then to plan your heals. You're going to drop one where the hogs enter because there's potential giant bomb spots, and then just follow the hogs around. They should take a loop around the base. But the problem I'm going to have, and you'll see in a minute, is I don't get good value out of a lot of stages of my attack. They're kind of all just achieving one thing. So this stage of the attack, I'm getting the lure, so nothing else. Alright, I knocked out one building. Then I'm going to take out the clan castle here. This is pretty standard now. I wouldn't criticise this part of the raid. You know, you want to take out the clan castle. But now watch this. I'm going to drop in a few hogs. And my plan here was knock out that mortar, and then my hogs will not path over the possible double giant bombs. But it's debatable whether I got good value out of that. And you'll see how King Wittox deals with the double giant bomb spot later, and make your own decision. But I think personally it wasn't the right idea. Now you can see here my kill squad, I haven't got a jump. So they're only going to get a little way into the base as well. So at this stage I drop in my hogs, heal goes down, and what that does is it protects from a potential giant bomb. There was one there, so that was quite good value for that heal. You know, it keeps the hogs alive over the giant bomb. But then, because my hogs are meeting up with the kill squad, I have to drop in a heal quite early. They're taking the path I wanted them to take, but they've kind of all split up. Started to hit a couple of spring traps, was a bit unexpected as well. And you can see I've used 2 heals now, and there's half the base left to go, but there's a lot of DPS in that half of the base, and the hogs just probably aren't enough of them. And a big part of that was because I used, I'm not sure, but maybe 5 or 6 to try and knock out the potential double giant bomb spot, which they might not have pathed over anyway. And now you can see at this stage I've dropped my last 2 heals. I was a little bit hasty there, and I think that was because the hogs had spread out a little bit. But basically it's too late. It wasn't enough to keep them alive. There was a lot of cannons and things hitting them, and the king was in play at that point. And we'll just speed it up now, watch this raid play out. But basically there's no hogs left to do any damage, so unless my king and queen can wrap it up, which they can't, I'm not going to get a 3-star, and I think this ends on about 85%. So partly it was bad planning. I did plan in a bit of a rush for this one. Partly it's maybe not being used to having the low level heroes. Perhaps level 30 heroes would have saved me, but I think the main thing was not getting good value for every stage of my raid. So what we'll do is we'll move on now and see how King got good value for his raid and got the 3. Okay, so let's take a look at what King does better. The raid's not going to be hugely different from mine to begin with. You can see here, this is a pretty solid building block for any raid, and it's the same one I used. You've got the giant and a couple of hogs, which is going to get you the lure. It's a pretty good trade because the giant lasts a lot longer than just using hogs. Then he's going to draw the clan castle troops down into the bottom corner, similar to how I did, using the witches. But it's after this point he starts to get a lot more value for what his troops are doing. So first thing he's going to do is he's not going to try and destroy that mortar you can see up the top there. That was a waste of hogs from on my raid. And the second thing he's going to do is he's going to get really good value out of this kill squad in a minute. So he's going to get access to that first compartment, which is the same as me, and that'll allow him to kill a queen. But at that point I stopped, whereas you can see here, King's dropped in a jump spell, and that's going to give him access to way more compartments. And the advantage you'll get from that is that his heroes and his golem are going to soak up loads of the DPS in the centre of that base. It's such a compact base that a lot of defences are going to be in range of that jump spell, and that's going to really take the pressure off his hogs. I know I've slowed it down a lot here, but I think it's a really good way to be able to see what's happening. You can see how many defences are targeting them. Then, the deployment of his hogs is different. I deployed mine all in one group, whereas he spread his out. And if you think what happened to mine is, they all went in together, and then they ended up all spread out on different defences. Whereas what King's done here is he's quickly knocked out all the point defence on that side, taken the pressure off his kill squad and off his hogs, and then they've grouped up together, which is what you want them to do eventually. So now they've come together and they're all under that heal for when the giant bomb goes off. The other aspect here is his kill squad has knocked out the bottom side here. So the hogs, because there's no defences down there, have all gone up to the top. So he's kind of used his kill squad to create the path in. And you can see at this stage there's about half the base left, and he's got way more hogs left than me. Drops in a much better heal, which covers, I think, 6 defences there, so that's really great, and also keeps his hogs up while the King's hitting them. And then they're going to come down, and now they're starting to approach the double giant bomb spot, but there's no defences around it really, so his kill squad have knocked out the defences on the other side, and there's really no reason for his hogs to ever go anywhere near that double giant bomb spot. So there you go, they're going to take out the crossbow next, and that's it. And now they just need to sweep up the base. So by using his kill squad to absorb a lot more of the DPS, and also to knock out the possibility of the hogs pathing round that way, King's got much better value out of that raid, and now it's just clean up. So there you go, another really nice 3-star from King Wittox. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I'd be interested in your feedback. You know, did you prefer the video where I drew all over the screen to describe things, or did you prefer this with a bit more action and something to watch? Personally, I'd probably like to do both. I think it just keeps it a bit more interesting, a bit fresher for me, but I'll definitely do it if I ever get opportunities like this. I mean, hopefully I won't fail on my raids often, but it's really interesting to show, you know, why I failed and why King succeeded. And I didn't feel like this base needed drawing all over, because it's pretty obvious the weaknesses. It was just interesting to see how the hogs and the kill squad were handled differently. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be back with another video soon.